Hello, my Sagittarian friends. I have got your forecast for the month of May right here, and I'm looking forward to giving it to you in just 1 second. I want to share something new with you. Some of you have a copy of the first astrology book I ever wrote called Now That I've Cast It, What Do I Do With It? This is the latest update. In it, I've included a lot of information about the North and South nodes. Back when I wrote this book in 1973, there was not the emphasis on the nodes that we have today. And one of my students told me, you didn't put enough information about the nodes in the book. So I did. And it's available. It should be up now on Amazon. We're going to get a Kindle copy as well. I'll let you know when that is. Now, the book I finished just before this, Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart, works hand in hand with Now That I've Cast It. This book, if you don't have a copy of it yet, talks about the programming we receive as children, as seen in the natal chart. It will show you, it will validate you. And if you're doing charts already, it will blow your clients away. Okay, now let's look at your gorgeous forecast for May. First of all, Mercury goes retrograde on the 10th, okay? Which means we're in the shadow of the retrograde now, and it feels just like Mercury is already retrograde. So while you can begin a new project when Mercury's in the shadow, it's too confused. And this is why it feels like Mercury is retro. After the 10th, of course, Mercury will be in full retrograde, and it doesn't go direct until June, when it goes into the final shadow in June. So come back in June and we'll talk. But I just wanted you to be alert that right now, this month of May, well, that's tomorrow, it starts tomorrow. What you want to do is tie up the loose ends of unfinished projects, okay? Don't start new ones, don't move, don't buy a new car, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right, let's take a look at this gorgeous forecast. First of all, let's start with Mars, the red planet. Mars is what you fight with and fight for. It's what is number one in your life. In the fourth house, we're talking about home and family. So you may go toe to toe with family members, but they're still your family. Are you thinking of buying a house, selling a house, renovating a house? That would be Mars. Your home and family, you fight for them, you fight with them. On the 24th, Mars moves into the fifth house of fun and games. Oh yeah, it is time to play. It is time to enjoy yourself. And this means that if you are footloose and fancy free, your social life is going to be active. If you have children, they come first. How do we know it? Because they insist on it. Mars is what they put first. They put themselves first. Mars is what you put wherever it is. You put that first. And so, of course, your kids will be number one. It's quite beautiful. But you're passionate about wherever Mars is. Okay? Home and family, and then fun, and probably children. Okay, Venus, the pink planet of love, is also in your fourth house, and this is renovation, beautification of the home. It also means that there's a love of family. So Venus and Mars together can be quite loving and quite passionate. On the 2nd of May, Venus enters your fifth house and you're ready to party. You love enjoying yourself socially. And if you have kids, you will love your children. You'll express it more. On the 28th, Venus goes into your sixth house of work, health, and service. And so you're enjoying working at whatever projects you're dealing with. Now, Mercury's still retrograde, so it's still a little crazy, of course. But Venus in the sixth house can heal because your health is involved. So Venus moves into the sixth house on the 28th. Beautiful. The sun, the yellow planet, the giver of life, the center of life, is in your sixth house of work. And so your job is the center of your life, perhaps your health, I don't know. But with the sun there, your health will improve. And with Venus there, it will improve as well. On the 20th, the sun moves into your seventh house of partnership. So if there's nobody special in your life, get out there and meet them. If there is somebody special in your life, you're going to build your world around them in May. And that's good because they're building their wall around their world around themselves. You're both on the same team. Your ability to interact beautifully with others is terrific. Now, Mercury is the blue planet. And of course, it's going to be retrograde. So it starts in the seventh house. You're talking to people. You're listening to people talk about themselves, and it goes retrograde on the 10th. On the 22nd, it backs up into the sixth house. And so you're thinking about your work, your health, your service. Well, with the sun and Venus, well, the sun will be out of the sixth house by the time Mercury returns to the sixth. But Venus, the planet of love and beauty and money and happiness, is in your sixth house. And so with Mercury returning to the sixth, you can revamp and redo details that need to be redone. Sounds good to me. Now, on the 16th of May, we have a full moon. And that's when things come to a head on the full moon. It's not just a full moon. It is a total lunar eclipse. And that means it's going to be in effect for several months until the next pair of eclipses come along. It's in 25 of Scorpio. Find that in your birth chart and combine it with what I'm getting ready to tell you, and you'll have the whole picture. This full moon wants to work behind the scenes, alone, away from prying eyes. And this balances all that seventh house activity that says you want to be with other people. Yes, but you have to recharge and you really want to. So do it. And then the new moon on May 30th is in 9 degrees of Gemini. The new moon is when energy starts growing. On the 28th of May, no energy. On the 29th, even less. On the 30th, new moon in the area of partnership and interacting with the public. So you can see there are balancing acts going on. You're going to need time alone in order to recharge from all of your interaction with other people. Perfect. Do it. So that's the way it looks. Join me again next month in June when I talk about Mercury going direct and everything else that shows up in your solar chart. So till June, till we meet again, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.